of Baxter in Saudi Arabia. Whenever you have questions, never hesitate to interrupt. I'll be glad to answer all of your questions. And today we are going through the training of the CRT, Prismax, CRT on Prismax machine. So for sure, why CRT? Because this machine can do multiple. So it can do CRT, PPE, CO2 removal, endotoxin removal, and multiple things. So we'll go through the CRT today, standard CRT. We have also citrate CRT, but we'll go through the standard CRT. Okay. CRT, continuous renal replacement therapy. Well, what do I mean? It means, so for patients in ICU who already lost part of their kidney function, we have to support them, because if they were not supported for their kidney function, they may lost all the kidney function. So they will be chronic patient, and there is no hope for recovery. Okay. So we will do CRT. So it's continuous treatment. It means it is meant to be more than 24 hours. So we can do CRT for 4 hours, it's fine. But it's not significant, because this machine is very slow. So to be significant treatment, we need to give a treatment by definition of more than 24 hours. So it's continuous renal replacement therapy. It works at the same speed as the kidneys, same speed, okay? Almost the same speed. Unlike the conventional hemodialysis machine, which is very tough. It is very tough. For chronic patient who already lost their kidney function, we do like 4 hours every 2 days. 4 hours of treatment every 2 days. So those 4 hours should cover the patient for 48 hours, for 2 days. So it works in very fast and very tough way. Unlike this one, it meant to be used for patients in ICU who are hemodynamically unstable. So it works slowly and gently. What do I mean by slowly and gently? While this machine is removing waste, it removes waste gently from patient blood. When we remove fluids, also it removes fluids in very gentle way. Example, so when we remove fluids on this machine, we remove like 100 ml, 150 ml per hour. The other machine, conventional hemodialysis machine, in average we remove 1 liter per hour, half to 1 liter per hour. For some patients, if they are stable, also we can remove more. Okay, so this in terms of fluid removal. In terms of waste removal, it's the same. When we talk about waste removal, we will talk about the fluid flow, because the fluid flow here, the fluids that we are using, is responsible for waste removal of from the patient, from the blood of the patient. So the fluid flow here in CRT machine is around 2 liters per hour. The conventional hemodialysis machine, it's half liter per minute, so it's around 30 liters per hour. So if you compare 2 liters per hour with 30 liters per hour, it's like 15 times more, at least 15 times. So this machine works slowly and gently for patients in ICU who are hemodynamically unstable. If those patients in ICU are hemodynamically stable, it's fine. We still can use this machine, but we also can use the other machine, the hemodialysis machine, because it's less expensive. Okay, so we can use it. If you want to save cost, we can go for the conventional hemodialysis machine if the patient is stable. Unstable, we have to go to the CRT. So both machines work with the same principles, exactly the same. Okay, same basics. The only difference between this machine and the other machine is the speed, as said before, is the speed. So why the speed? Because the flow rate here again is low, the flow rate there is very high. Technically, in terms of hardware, this machine we can use bags, because if the flow rate here is 2 liters per hour, it's fine. We can use fluid. We can use those bags. It's a 5 liter bag, 2 liters per hour. We can afford to use bags. But if we have 30 liters per hour, not for one machine, but for 10 machines, example in the clinic, so bags will not be enough. So we will have a big machine, RO machine, central water plant, which will prepare those fluids for us, and it will feed the whole clinic, like 10 or 20 machines, sometimes more. Okay, so this is the only difference between the two machines. The rest, basics, what I will explain now, exactly the same. Both of them will work with the same basics. Deal? Okay, so patients with AKI, acute kidney injury, lost part of their kidney function, so they have decreased urine output. Decreased urine output, it means accumulation of waste and fluids in their blood. So our objectives is fluid removal and waste removal. Deal? Okay, so fluid removal, waste removal. Under waste removal as well, we have sub-objective of correction of metabolic acidosis and correction of electrolyte imbalance. Okay, so let's start with objective number 1. How we will achieve our objective number 1, which is fluid removal. Okay, so before we go how to achieve it, we have to understand this, the dialyzer, because the machine itself, it's only pumps and sensor and screen and whatever. But the artificial kidney is here. Where we remove fluids is here. Where we remove waste is here. So this is the artificial kidney, not the machine. Again, this is it's a machine, not more. But this is the artificial kidney. So to understand how we remove fluids and waste, we should understand the anatomy of this dialyzer. And it's very simple. Remember, the red line is axis. This is where we get the blood from the patient. So we get the blood from the patient, it will go inside the dialyzer. Inside the dialyzer, inside the fibers. Inside we have thousands of fibers. The blood will go inside the fibers. And it will go out from here. Blue is the return. It's going back to the patient. Okay? So inside the artificial kidney, back to the patient. Okay? So compartment number 1 inside is the blood compartment, which is the compartment inside the fibers. At the same time, we have the space around the fibers, which is a fluid compartment. Compartment number 2. So we have compartment number 1 inside fibers, compartment number 2 outside the fibers. So the compartment number 2 is the fluid compartment. When I say fluids, where those fluids are coming from? One are coming from this line, which will be connected to the green scale. So green line connected to the green scale. This it's called dialysate. This fluid is called dialysate. So we will take fluid from here. It will be pumped here inside the dialyzer from this inlet. It will go inside the dialyzer, outside the fibers. Inside
to outside.
Inside the dialyzer, but outside the fibers. Okay, so in the compartment number 2. And it will go out from here, which is the outlet, fluid outlet, to the effluent. You see this yellow line? So it will end here in this yellow line, which should be connected to the effluent pipe. Effluent pipe, to the waste, to the drain. Okay? So this is the first source of fluids in the fluid compartment. Source number 2 of fluids is the blood. Blood will be squeezed. Extra fluids will move from the blood compartment through the semi-permeable membrane, through the pores, to the fluid compartment. So again, inside we have fibers, and we have a space between the fibers. Inside the fibers we have the blood, which is the blood compartment. Outside the fibers we have the fluids, water, which is the fluid compartment. Those fluids will come even from here or even from the blood. Then that's it. Yeah. So now we understand. It is that simple. This is it. Okay. So objective number 1. Objective number 1 is fluid removal. How we remove fluids from patient blood. If you have a sponge, you put in water, you squeeze. So you force fluids to go from the sponge to the outside. That's it. We will squeeze the blood. Okay. We will tell the machine parameter number 1, patient fluid removal, 100 ml per hour. Example. So the machine will apply pressure on the blood compartment using the blood pump and effluent pump. The machine will squeeze the blood compartment like you squeeze the sponge. So it will squeeze the blood compartment, forcing fluids, those 100 ml per hour, forcing those 100 ml per hour to go from the blood compartment through the membrane to the fluid compartment, and it will be removed. It will be removed to the drain using the yellow effluent. Okay, that's it. It is that simple. It's called ultrafiltration. ultrafiltration or patient fluid removal, or the modality name is called SCUF, slow continuous ultrafiltration. Slow continuous ultrafiltration. On CRRT, it's called slow continuous. Okay, so this is how we achieve objective number 1. It is that simple. You only tell the machine to squeeze whatever the amount you want. You want 1 liter per hour, you can squeeze 1 liter per hour. So the machine will squeeze 1 liter per hour, and it will go to the effluent. That's it. Ultrafiltration. Yeah? So objective number 1 achieved. Done. Objective number 2, waste removal. So how do we remove waste from patient blood? To remove waste, we can apply a principle called diffusion in physics. It's called diffusion. By definition, it is the movement of solids from one compartment to another compartment due to a concentration gradient. Concentration gradient. An example, if you put perfume, how can you smell it? It will diffuse from high concentration area to the lower concentration area. If you have a tea bag, you put tea bag in hot water. Don't stir, just leave it. Tea will diffuse from high concentration area inside the bag through the membrane to the fluid, to the water outside. Yeah, from high concentration area to the lower concentration area by diffusion. It's passive. We did not apply any force. It's passive force by diffusion. Okay, so we will apply the same principle on this dialyzer to remove waste from patient blood. We will have blood flow. Okay. At the same time, we will apply this fluid, which is called dialysate. This fluid, dialysate. So this line will be connected to this fluid, which will be hanged here. Yeah, this fluid. It will be pumped, taken, and infused here, inside the dialyzer. Yeah, from this side. You see the green line? Yeah, it's coming from here. It will be infused inside the dialyzer in the fluid compartment, and it will go out from here. So I will tell the machine, give me an example, 1000 ml per hour of this fluid, and I will tell the machine I want blood flow like 150 ml per minute. So I will have blood flow, but at the same time I will have dialysate flow. Blood will come with a new waste, high concentration of waste, and dialysate always free of waste, coming clean fluid, no waste here. So I will have high waste in the blood, no waste in the dialysate. I will have diffusion from high concentration area to the lower concentration area. Urea, creatinine, which are high in the patient's blood, will diffuse from the blood to the fluid, and it's continuous. Why? Because it's a flow of blood coming always with high concentration of waste, and it is flow of dialysate, which is always clean. Okay, so the concentration gradient will be maintained and will be maximized all the time, as long as I have a flow. So if I stop the dialysate, the flow of dialysate, waste will stop inside the dialyzer, and at one point I will stop having diffusion. So as long as I have flow, diffusion will continue. More I have blood flow, more I have waste, the concentration gradient will be maximized. I will be removing more waste. More the flow rate of dialysate is high, more I will do cleaning, more the clearance of waste will be maximized. And for some patients, more you have patient weight, body weight, you should use bigger dialyzer because the surface of exchange will be maximized, so you remove more waste. So 3 parameters: blood flow, dialysate flow, and dialyzer size. Okay, it's called diffusion in physics, but the application name is hemodialysis. So when we hear hemodialysis, it means we are using diffusion technique. Diffusion. On CRRT, it is continuous veno-venous hemodialysis. CVV HD. HD. F is the last modality that I want to have. Okay, so now we've seen objective number 1, ultrafiltration, patient fluid removal, self-continuous self-continuous ultrafiltration. Objective number 2, waste removal, diffusion, hemodialysis, CVV Deal? Yes. Perfect. So we have 4 modalities of CRRT. 2 are done. Okay. Modality number 3. Modality number 3, it's another technique to achieve objective number 2, which is waste removal. It's another technique. This dirty sponge, you put in water. Okay? If you leave it, it will do diffusion. But if you take it and you squeeze it, you will do convection. It's a new technique. Why? Because if you leave it in water, only small waste will be able to be fused to the outside. But if you take it and squeeze it, you will do more cleaning, right?
Yes.
Yeah? Big waste stuck inside the sponge will be able to go outside when you squeeze it. So by definition, convection is the movement of solids from one compartment to another compartment due to movement of solvent, water, you squeeze, due to pressure. So movement of solids of waste from the blood to the fluid compartment due to movement of fluid due to pressure, squeezing. Okay. So how we will apply it? Okay. Remember, when you squeeze the sponge, you have a fluid flow. Along the fluid, you will have waste. Why? Because you squeeze. This is the definition. So how we will apply this convection on the dialyzer? We will take the blood from the patient. We will take the blood from the patient from the axis, from here. Yeah, so this one will be connected to the patient. So we'll take the blood. Once the blood is taken, we'll dilute the blood. We'll dilute. So this is a volume, we'll increase the volume of the blood. How? By using the white line, this line. This line will be connected here. So no need for this line, no need for the green. Now we'll go for the white. This one zero flow, no need. We'll go here. So this line will be connected here. We'll take fluid and you will infuse this fluid here. So we have blood flow and we will have fluid flow coming from here. It will mix here at this point. So the blood will be diluted and now we'll go to the dialyzer. Diluted blood. So here we will have diluted blood. Okay? Big volume of blood. Okay? Once the blood is diluted, since I told the machine I want here, example 1000 ml per hour, the machine will squeeze 1000 ml per hour. Because those fluids are not meant to change the balance, the fluid balance of the patient. No, only for cleaning. So we will use those fluids and we will throw to the effluent. Those are only cleaning fluids to not overload the patient. Okay? So we will take this fluid, dilute the blood, then we will squeeze the blood with the same amount. Continuously. Dilution and squeezing, dilution and squeezing, dilution and squeezing. So whatever I add here, it will go here. Whatever I add here before, it will go here. 1000 ml per hour, 1000 ml per hour. Another 1000 ml per hour, 2000 per hour. 2000 ml per hour. From here and from here. So we are using this one now. 1000 ml per hour, we'll dilute the blood from here. The blood will be squeezed from here, dialyzer, squeezed. So again, I have physiological blood here at the outlet, and then 1000 ml will go here. Along with those 1000 ml, I will have waste. I will be removing waste, yeah, by squeezing. So it is pre-dilution. It is pre-dilution. Why pre? Pre because the blood is diluted before the dialyzer. Before the dialyzer, it's diluted here. After the catheter, before the dialyzer. It's called. So the modality name of this technique is called hemofiltration. Hemofiltration, pre-dilution. Pre-dilution. Deal? Okay? So when I say pre, it means we have post. We can do the same hemofiltration but in another way, in opposite way. Instead of diluting and squeezing, no, we can squeeze, then we dilute. The reverse. So we said we are diluting the blood and squeezing the blood. Fluid flow, waste flow. No, now I will do the reverse. Instead of diluting and squeezing, no, I will squeeze the blood, physiological blood. So blood arriving here will not be diluted. It's coming directly from the patient with no dilution. Okay, arriving here. Once I arrive to the dialyzer, so this one I'm not using this anymore. I'm not using this anymore. I will use this one. I will tell the machine, I want the replacement flow, example, 1000 ml per hour. So, since I put here 1000 ml per hour, the physiological blood arriving from the patient will be squeezed 1000 ml per hour. So here it will be concentrated blood. Concentrated blood. So, since it was squeezed by 1000 ml per hour, the machine automatically will use this purple line, this purple fluid, to take 1000 ml per hour and mix with the blood after the dialyzer to compensate the blood. To compensate the blood. You see this purple line? You see this purple line? So it's coming from here. Okay. So it will come here with 1000 ml per hour, mixing with the blood which is already concentrated because it was squeezed before, reobtain physiological concentration and back to the patient through the blue line. Okay, back to the patient. Okay, so instead of diluting and squeezing, no, we do the reverse, we squeeze and dilute. That's it. Okay, so this will be hemofiltration post dilution. Hemofiltration post dilution. So we've seen three modalities: ultrafiltration patient fluid removal, scuff, diffusion, the hemodialysis, CVVHD, and hemofiltration, convection, pre and post dilution. So modality number 4 is the mix of one hemofiltration or both of them with diffusion. Okay, so if you have here, if you put dialysated flow, with one of those two or both of them. So if you put dialysate with hemofiltration post, or if you put diffusion with convection pre-dilution, one of them, okay? One of them or both of them, you will have this new modality CVV-HDF.
It's common.
Combination of diffusion and convection. Yeah? Combination of diffusion and convection. So it will be this new modality, fourth modality, continuous veno-venous hemodiafiltration. Hemodiafiltration. Hemodialysis, filtration. Hemodiafiltration. So it will be combination of two. So those are the basics of renal replacement therapy. Okay, those are the basics. So it will be applied whether on this machine or any competitor machine or any conventional hemodialysis machine. Exactly the same basics will be applied. Yeah?
Okay.
So no one asked me why we have that diffusion and convection. Why we are using two techniques? Because in diffusion we are removing only small waste from patient blood. It's passive, right? But in convection we are removing bigger waste.
Squeezing.
Yeah, we are squeezing. We are removing bigger waste stuck inside. So we squeeze, we push them outside.
But you're giving also fluid at the same time after.
Hmm?
Or you're giving also after the same
We're removing
we can remove fluids at the same time, no problem. So scuff or patient fluid removal, we can apply it anytime using diffusion, using hemofiltration, or using hemodiafiltration. We can remove at the same time fluids from patient blood. Yeah. Okay. So another question: why we have hemofiltration pre and post? Why we have this? Why we have to? Why to do further and put another technique here? So why we have only pre? So the idea is we have pre and post because in post we over squeeze the blood. If you want to clean the sponge, you over squeeze the sponge, right? You put in water and you over squeeze. So you are removing the maximum fluids from the blood. It means removing the maximum waste from the blood. So this is post. In pre, you are not doing this because in pre you are diluting and squeezing. You still have fluids inside the blood. So you have physiological concentration here. But while this one, you have concentrated blood here. So the idea is, in terms of waste removal, this is the king. This is the king of waste removal because it over squeeze. But since here it's very concentrated, this one will not be good for clotting. This one will increase the risk of clotting. This one is pre-dilution, the reverse. It will be good to minimize the clotting. But in terms of waste removal, it's good, but not
much.
Like this one. Not like this one. Okay? So, so now we understand why we have this one and those two versus those two, and why we have this one versus this one. Okay? So this one is good, not bad, but in terms of waste removal, this is better. But this one is not good for clotting. So if you have no heparin patient, you have clotting patient, you have patient with blood transfusion, minimize this one. Minimize this one. Yeah, because blood transfusion, lot of RBCs go and move inside the blood. Yeah, it will decrease the amount of fluids in the blood because we have more cells. Okay, so this one will increase the clotting because I will have concentrated blood here. Blood transfusion, too much concentrated blood. So I will minimize this one. Minimize. Okay, so we will see. This was regarding the principle. For sure, it's bidirectional. The exchange is bidirectional. Inside those fluids, I have physiological electrolytes. Only the potassium, it's different. I may have, the blue one is 0 potassium.
Yeah.
This one is 0 potassium. The rest are all physiological, calcium, magnesium, chloride, bicarbonate, all physiological. Yeah, all physiological. Only the calcium here is potassium. Here is 0. 0 potassium. Here potassium 2. It's color coded. The red one potassium 2, and the green potassium 4. So potassium 4 is the safest because it's physiological potassium. So potassium 4, the green, is the safest one. So after a few hours, maybe 1 day of CRRT, better to move to a higher concentration of potassium until we achieve the goal, because the potassium level of the patient is already physiological. So no need to go lower, it may affect the patient.
Yes.
Okay. So how I mean by bidirectional? It means patient with AKI. Patient with AKI has like high concentration of urea, as an example. So urea will move, or phosphate. So urea phosphate will move from the blood to the fluid, and it will be removed. Potassium from the patient, high potassium concentration, hyperkalemia, will move from the patient's blood to the fluid. But at the same time, patient in AKI has sometimes, most of the time, he has hyponatremia. So sodium, physiological sodium from the fluid will migrate from the fluid to by diffusion, right? Yeah, from high concentration area to the lower concentration area. So physiological sodium will move to the patient's blood to correct the hyponatremia. So it's bidirectional. So electrolyte imbalance corrected. Bicarbonate from the fluid will migrate from the fluid compartment to the blood to correct the metabolic acidosis. Physiological bicarbonate to correct the metabolic acidosis of the patient. So waste removal from blood to fluid, potassium from blood to fluid, sodium from fluid to blood, bicarbonate from fluid to blood. Yeah, so waste removal achieved, electrolyte imbalance corrected, metabolic acidosis corrected. Bidirectional. Okay. Regarding those fluid, I said before, it's color coded by potassium concentration. It comes with 2 compartments: compartment number 1, compartment number 2. Bicarbonate, electrolytes. Okay, it's separated because if it's mixed before, it will precipitate. So that's why it's separated. Before we prepare this dose pack, we only go like this and like this, and we squeeze to open a port. Then we squeeze a little bit to open all together. Okay, and we mix gently like 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and now it's ready to use. The plastic cover before we remove. Once we remove the plastic cover, the expiry date is 24 hours. We should use after 24 hours. Why? Because the plastic cover will protect from contamination. This is one. 2, the plastic cover also will protect the fluid from precipitation as well. Okay, from the light. So it protects the stability of the fluid. So that's why once we remove the plastic cover, it should be used
24 hours.
24 hours. The connector, we have here rubber connector. So no need to break anything, it's already open. You connect, it's open. Disconnect, close. Rubber connector.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you have a problem with this one,
Spike.
yeah, use the spike here. So you remove the plastic cover here and use the spike. This one also can be used to increase the potassium level here. So if you have hemoglobin 0, no potassium, you don't have 2 or 4, and you need potassium, higher potassium concentration, you can inject potassium here. The pharmacist, clinical pharmacist will prepare for you. Don't do it by yourself. Okay? So,
Are they aware, the pharmacist?
yeah, it's easy calculations. They know. It's 5 liter bag, and they know how much I should put here. So, yeah, don't worry. It's easy for them. Easy. Okay, so this was regarding the fluids. Regarding the kit itself, now you already know. Before it was complicated. Now you look on it, you know everything. What is this line? Dialysate.
Dialysate.
What is this line?
The king.
The king. Before it was the king, what is this line? Replacement. Dialysate, replacement. The white one is the PDT. PDT, pre-blood pump line. Pre-blood pump line. The yellow one, F1. Red one, access. Blue one is return. And this one is for heparin. This one is for heparin. Okay. So now if you look on the kit, you understand everything. It's not complicated. And regarding the dialyzer itself, we have 3 sizes. So we have here, you see, M100. You have M60, 100, and 150. 3 sizes. And type, we have 2 types. We have M and we have ST. ST. So you have M60, ST60, M100, ST100, M150, ST100. Okay. So I have 3 sizes and 2 types. What is ST? It's surface treated membrane with heparin. So when you prime
ST with heparin.
ST, it's not with heparin yet until you prime. With heparin. So once you prime with heparin, heparin will stuck on the membrane, and it will give you local anticoagulation.
If there is order for heparin, we should use the ST membrane.
Yeah.
It's better. It will give you local anticoagulation. It will increase the life of the patient.
But it will not affect the laboratory of the patient after.
No, it will stuck, not be removed. So if you don't want to use heparin later on, it's fine.
ST.
ST membrane.
ST membrane. Surface treated to receive heparin.
Okay.
So heparin will find and will increase filter life.
Okay.
For M, sir.
M is standard membrane.
The regular one.
The regular one. M no heparin. Okay?
How many? ST, M.
ST100,
M and
M100,
so now we have 6.
ST150,
Yes, you have ST and M. 3 sizes of each one, you have 6. Okay? And then you have the oxidus membrane. Oxidus membrane. Oxidus membrane, it's oxidus filter. It's used to be for septic patient. For septic patients. Septic patient. Because why is this one for septic patient? Because this one has one extra function: absorption of endotoxin and cytokine. Absorption of endotoxin and cytokine. So this one will remove endotoxin and cytokine from patient blood using the absorption technique. So they will stuck, those molecules will stuck on the membrane.
Do we have that kind of filter?
Yeah. For septic patients.
But we don't have, we have only 2 available.
ST and M.
ST and M only.
Only this
Yeah.
one.
You
ST
can
and
press
ST.
this on
ST
the
and M
other
only.
side. So if you have septic patient, you can press this one.
Wait, for this septic, where is that one? What is the name of that membrane?
For oxidus? Oxidus.
Septic.
For septic patients, it's called oxidus.
Outside.
You also have this small dialyzer, which is for neonatal patients, which is HF20. So it's very small dialyzer for neonatal patients.
6 times.
H.
But you don't use it
H.
for neonatal. HF20. It's very small. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have 6 kinds of dialyzer. 6.
6 with oxidus and HF20, like now we have 8. 8 can be on this. On this machine. For info, I've talked about the CRRT. This machine can also do TBE. So it's another type of dialyzer where the pores on this membrane are very big. So instead of 3 kilodalton of waste removal, 30 kilodalton, now the pore allow us to remove 3 million dalton. Huge pore, very huge pore. Now in TPE, therapeutic plasma exchange, we are not removing waste, we are removing the plasma. It's called plasma filtration, not hemofiltration anymore. Plasma filtration. The idea is we are taking the blood from the patient, we are squeezing the blood, and we are removing plasma, not removing waste. Removing plasma. And then we will use replacement plasma here instead of replacement fluid. Replacement water. We will be removing replacement plasma. So fresh frozen plasma or albumin solution will be good to replace the plasma. So when we replace plasma, there is like 200 indication for TPE, by the way, but all of them are rare. So if you want to have like TPE patients, you will get like 1 or 2 patients per year. But why those patients? Why TPE is indicated for this patient? Because the thing that we want to remove from their blood is not removed by CRRT because it's very big, like proteins, like autoimmune disease. If patient has an autoimmune disease, how can we remove the immunoglobulin from patient blood using the CRRT? It's not possible because it's very big. So we will remove all the plasma and we will replace with a new plasma. Okay, this one example: mushroom toxin. Mushroom toxin. It will bind on proteins, blood proteins. So you cannot remove because it's binding on the proteins inside the blood. So how to remove? We remove all the plasma. Example: mushroom toxin.
Don't eat mushroom.
Plasma virus.
Don't eat mushroom.
Don't eat mushroom. What?
Mushroom intoxication.
Okay.
Okay, so just to mention the TPE, for this was for your info only.
Yeah.
For your info only, also it's good to mention the cycle anticoagulation. This is an advanced training. Once we master this one, we can go to the cycle anticoagulation. What does it mean? You know the RBC pack? RBC pack. Why it's not clotting inside? Because there is citrate. What will do the citrate? The citrate will create the calcium inside. So if you have no calcium, there is no clotting. No calcium, no clotting. Zero clotting. So we'll use citrate here and the PVP, which will mix with the blood after the catheter, before dialysis. So citrate here will mix with the blood, will create the calcium, no clotting. Okay? Once arrived to the patient blood later on, to the patient body after return, once arrived, directly the citrate will be metabolized in the patient liver and skeletal muscles, and then once metabolized, there is no anticoagulation. No anticoagulation. So the anticoagulation will be only local. And since we don't want calcium, we will use here a dialysate free of calcium. So we will have a loss of calcium, partially loss of calcium. That's why this syringe here will not be heparin, will be calcium compensation. It will be connected to the patient, central line, will be to compensate the part of the calcium lost from the patient.
This is for the
So this one is
plasma you are telling.
Which one?
This one for the calcium we are putting.
No, this is for cyclic anticoagulation. CRRT, cyclic anticoagulation.
Oh,
The plasma period is done. Now I'm talking about another way to do CRRT. Instead of heparin or no heparin, we can do cyclic anticoagulation for CRRT. So we use here cyclic solution, chelate calcium, no anticoagulation here. Cyclic will be metabolized in the patient blood. It will release the calcium, and it will be every one cyclic will give 3 bicarbonate, so it will correct the metabolic acidosis of the patient as well. So it will be only local anticoagulation, and then we will use this syringe here to compensate the patient with the calcium lost in the dialysate, because we use free of calcium dialysate.
So it's another bag. Different bag.
Different. So here either you use all Hemosol B0, all Prismasol 2, all Prismasol 4. Or in citrate, it's different. That's not exactly the standard CRRT. So it will be here citrate solution in PVP, only citrate solution. Here it will be Prismo 0 cal, 0 calcium, so only 0 calcium solution. And here it can be one of those 3, B0, Prismasol 2, or Prismasol 4. Because it doesn't, because here if you use calcium free, it doesn't mean anything, because it's already after the dialyzer and it will link back to the patient. So better to use calcium solution, calcium containing solution.
It will not affect anymore.
It will not affect.
Okay. After the filter already.
Exactly. Okay? It's for your info. Only for you. It's good to know that there is cyclic anticoagulation. Cyclic anticoagulation, the filter will last for 3 days with 0 clotting. Clean.
Really?
3 days.
Nice one, no?
Okay. So the idea about calcium, so what is the challenge? So the challenge in standard CRRT or standard anticoagulation is the clotting. Inside it, we don't have clotting. So the new challenge inside it anticoagulation is the follow-up. So you should have strict follow-up on the calcium level of the patient to adjust the compensation. Okay, so frequently, like every 4 hours or every 6 hours, we'll check the patient ionized calcium and check if it's within the range. If not, if it's low, we increase compensation. It's high, we decrease compensation. That's it. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Later on, once you master the
We
standard
can check in
therapy,
the,
we can go for the
check
second.
in the ionized.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so regarding the dialysis done, let's go to the machine. So the machine touch screen, the light. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4 scales. Scales, and it's not only hook, it's a scale as well. Okay, it weighs the back to check if the calculation of the machine are right. So if you cross the lines, the machine will detect. So those are not only hooks but also weighing scales. For every scale, we have a pump. 1, 2, 3, 4. For every scale, we have a pump. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pumps. We have the blood pump, and we have the heparin pump. So what you need from the doctor? You have 6 pumps, means 6 flows. You need 6 parameters or flow rates from the doctor. You need the blood flow. You need patient fluid removal. You need dialysate, PPP, replacement, and heparin. 6 flow rates. From even at 0, it's 0 flow rate. So you need 6 flow rates from the doctor. Okay? And you need from the doctor what dialyzer to be used and what potassium level you will be using. So 6, 7, 8. You need 7, 8 things from the doctor. And if you want what catheter, what's the size of the catheter? For adult CRRT, it's always good to use 12 French catheter. 12 French. Less than 12, you will have flow problem. Yeah, flow problem. So the size of the catheter is very important. So this is what you need from the doctor. What you also need to start the treatment, you need the patient weight, and you need the hematocrit. And that's it. And then you take ABG and baseline of electrolytes, and that's it. And then you can start the CRRT. Okay? Make sure you have good access. If you have bad access, no need to start. You will struggle. So better to make sure the access of the patient is good, then you can start also the CRRT. Yeah? Okay. So I have 4 scales, 4 pumps, blood pump, heparin pump, carrier of the kit. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 pressure sensors. So the machine will check the pressure on every corner of the kit to make sure there is no clottings. Okay. So why this one is different? Because this one has an extra function, which is applying negative pressure in case of air detected here. So this is air chamber to remove the air. If air is not removed, it will be detected here by ultrasound air detector. And if air is detected here, the machine will automatically close this automatic clamp to protect the patient. Yeah. If this happens, this one we will use to apply negative pressure to remove the air from the patient blood. This is electrical discharger to remove electrical charges from patient blood. And this is a blood leak detector. In case of blood leak in urine, we don't have blood, right? No hemoglobin in blood. No hemoglobin in blood. If the machine detects hemoglobin in the effluent, sorry, no hemoglobin in urine. What did I say? There is no, no hemoglobin in urine, no blood in urine. Yeah, no blood in urine, no hemoglobin. So if the machine detects blood or hemoglobin in the effluent line, the machine will give you alarm. Okay, using this this device. And what else? This machine is okay with defibrillator. It will not, any use of defibrillator will not affect the machine. Okay? And now I think this is a blood warmer. This is very efficient blood warmer. You don't have any hypothermia issues using this blood warmer. Okay? Before, all companies were struggling with this hypothermia issue, but now it's very efficient. Yeah, this is the most recent one. Unfortunately, you don't have the sleeve, the accessory here to put to activate it, the Thermax sleeve. Anyway, I'll show you how to use it. But very easy. So let us start with the hands on. Yeah, we turn on the machine from the game button. Just this one is not to the red one, not to turn off the machine. Okay, it's for reboot or something like this. So don't touch it on here. To shut down, you click here. Shut down. You have shut down on the machine. Okay. So press here 3 seconds to turn on the machine. Click new patient. Everything I said is well understood. Do you need me to repeat anything? Sorry, I'm speaking fast. I don't want to take a lot of your time. I have all the day for you, no problem. But I know you are maybe coming from night shift. You are tired.
We are recording.
We are recording.
Recording. Okay. That's fine. So I will share with you a PDF file, one page of PDF, including all the tips of clotting management. I will share with Isabella. Isabella will share with you on the group.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's more important.
So all of you will be at the same level of knowledge. What you will do to manage the clotting from setup to the end. Okay.
Thank you.
And I will share with you some materials, maybe operator manual, anything which may help you, the brochure of the machine, all this. Okay, so what do I need? Patient ID.
900
Yeah, example.
0788.
Okay, so if this is the patient, this is ID of the patient, you can scan it. Okay. But it will be directly, it will be directly feeded on the patient. You see? Okay, this is the code of the patient. It's very big code. You can remember this one. Okay, I will remove it a bit from it. Okay, so imagine this is the code of the patient. You can type also. You can type his name directly, and also you can put the code, the ID number, and you can put the name. I put anyone. Okay, accept. You need patient weight, like example 86, and patient hematocrit like 30. Okay, and click accept. So, therapy. Crrt. Next. Crrt modality. Always go to CPV HDF. If you go to CPV HD, this one will not be primed. You will not be able to use it. So you will not be able to switch if you need
CVV.
If you go to CVVH, this one will not be primed.
So
You will not be able to use it. Okay? So always go to CVV HDF. All of them will be primed. All of them you will be able to use them during the treatment. You will have all the flexibility to switch between all modalities during the treatment. Okay?
Yeah, I see.
So next, set M100. This one, M100.
Where are we going to use the M100? Which kind of patient? Look, it depends on the weight.
Okay. So thank you for the question. For that mention this one. So regarding the size is related to the patient weight. Okay. If you have a patient between 11 and 30 kg, you use M60.
M60.
Between
30 to 60.
The doctor
11 to 30 kilogram.
the doctor,
M60, 11
yeah,
to
he should
30
tell you what's dialyzer.
Even the filter.
Yeah, he should. If not,
But sometimes the doctor is the one asking you.
can
filter. So we should
if you
know
did not
also.
mention, you will do better based on, you will ask him, or he told you, I don't know,
11
check
to
based
30
on the body.
kilo, M60.
M60, okay.
And then,
So here the doctor, he will give you the full prescription or what?
sometimes
No, the
they will
doctor will
ask
Or
ask
just
you
tell you
also.
do CRT?
Yes.
They will ask
CRT.
you
Remove
which
an
one
organ.
it's available.
The doctor will not give you the Torex or
No, they
11
will
to
give. They will
30,
give.
they will give.
60, M60.
Okay.
blood flow, ikaw na muna.
So M100, M100. Next. Anticoagulation. So here you have the citrate, you remember?
So can you tell me the size for the
Yeah.
Ah, sorry.
No wait.
No, wait,
11 to 30.
So 11 to 30 M60, 30 to 70 M100, and 30 and even above 70 M150. So, but more than 70, better to use M150
M150.
or 150.
More than 70 and 150.
More than 70 M150.
So this one is 30 to 70 only, M100.
This
So, sir, 80. So here is patient with 86. You still can use this
You
one.
can
we
use,
can still use.
You still can use. No problem. That's why I put more than 70. M100, M150, but more than 70, better to use M150. But you still can use this one. If you don't have, if you only have this one, you still can use it.
150, 200.
But for more than 70, you need more clearance, so you need bigger size. Bigger size.
For her.
M200.
Okay? So, anticoagulation, you have to have citrate.
200.
We have citrate. We said that it's for advanced training. Why we have two citrate? Because here citrate was a calcium syringe here, and here citrate was external pump of calcium. For sure, it's for a very experienced doctor who know how to do the calculation. It's complicated.
So now,
This one we don't need anyway. This one for this pump, yeah, and systemic for means for this one, heparin, and no anticoagulation. So if none, this one will be deactivated. So if you have no heparin patient, but you doubt that you may need to give heparin, put systemic, put normal saline here. Sticker, no heparin inside. Yeah. In case you need later on, it's still available. So you remove it, you change, you put heparin and put back.
Okay.
So systemic.
And click next. Blood warmer. So usually we put Thermax, but now we don't have this here, we put none. Okay, so none. Next. Auto effluent, none. Auto effluent, it's like one extra accessory that can be we put here. Instead of using the effluent bag, we'll have like a long line that we put in the drain. So we don't need to change the bag everywhere.
yeah, continuous draining.
Continuous, like they are using in Jeddah, they have like that. Okay.
Is that using Jabba?
That will continuous to the drain.
Yeah. Which hospital?
Paki.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are using this one?
Yes.
No.
They are connecting it to the drain.
Okay, good.
They will not drain
Then it was
anymore.
there, I
No.
see.
They will not drain.
So I put directly the line.
Nice. Like for the
Because they have big, like,
Yeah.
Like in the HD.
So I click accept,
Okay.
and now I have the prescription. Remember the 6 fluorides? Here you have the 6 fluorides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you start with the blood. Set the blood flow first. So you click here, blood flow. So here regarding the blood flow,
100.
here regarding the blood flow, here we have two options. Even you fill the prescription of the doctor full, even you start low and you increase later on after starting the treatment gradually to reach the doctor prescription. If your patient is unstable, extremely unstable, better to start with low parameters and then you increase gradually. Okay? Example. So if my patient is unstable, I will start with 100 example of blood flow. I'll put PBP 100, very low, any amount, very low amount. Okay? I'll put 100 of PBP. And I will put heparin as per doctor prescription, 2 ml, example. Dialysate 100 and replacement 100. Okay? Considering my patient is unstable. But if your patient is good, you will fill the doctor prescription. Patient fluid removal start always with 0, increase later on. Once you make sure your patient is stable, you increase blood fluid removal. The yellow one. So, considering my patient is unstable, so I will start very low. What is the doctor prescription? Example, doctor prescription 1000 replacement, 1000 dialysate, 1000 PBP, 100 patient fluid removal. And the blood flow 180. This is doctor prescription. But now I will start low. Patient fluid removal, put 0 and comfort. So the machine asking me to scan the set to make sure that I'm using the M100. because every kit is different parameters. So make sure the machine is making sure that I'm using the right kit. Now I will follow the instructions to load the kit on the machine. So the machine is telling me to load the kit on the machine. Always use the sterile technique. Done. And I click next and do.
No, sir.
So after I load, I will follow the instructions here to load, to connect all the first one, blinking here, connect the effluent line into the blood leak detector. Okay. This is one. Second, electrical discharger. Third, effluent pressure sensor. For air chamber, open. Put air chamber here
Maganda din naman.
and close.
Hindi siya sensitive.
This one, no need to twist. Just push inside. Okay? Push inside and close the cup. Done. Next, air detector, ultrasound air detector. So I open, put the line inside and close. Next, automatic clamp. I put inside. Next, the filter filter pressure sensor. Done. And the last one is the access pressure sensor. Done. Okay. Check. Okay, all is done. Accept. Now I have to connect the access effluent wiring to the normal supply. So it's pre-connected like this. Pre-connected like this. I have to connect to the normal supply.
So if we are connecting to the normal saline, we need to add any heparin into the normal saline?
Yeah, depend on the patient. So I have three cases. Even you have heparin patient, no heparin patient, HIV patient. So heparin patient, you will put, so if you are using the, so what you usually use for priming? Half liters? Half liters or 1 liter?
We don't have 1 liter.
Oh, perfect. So we have half liters, perfect. So if you are using half liters, for heparin patient, you put 2,500 units of heparin here and 2,500 units in the second part. So 2,500, 2,500.
Yeah.
Total 5,000 we need to use.
5,000 in 1 liter.
Yeah, that's the standard most of the hospital.
This is by company recommendation for the priming. So you put 2,500, 2,000. If you have no heparin patient, you put 5,000 units in the first bag and no heparin in the second bag.
To wash.
To wash.
Okay.
This is with no heparin.
Yeah. If
First
we
one
don't-
was heparin, 5,000 units. Second one was no heparin.
No,
To wash.
no heparin.
Yeah. If you have HIV patient, no heparin at all. Heparin induced thrombosis. Or you kill the patient. Our patient is dead. So no heparin at all.
For the HIT patients, which this one dialysis we need to use? Dialysis. Which one?
Dialyzer. Anyone, even if you use the ST, use it without heparin.
ST without.
Don't try with heparin.
M100 or M100.
Even in very low amount of heparin may kill the patient. So don't use heparin at all. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. For half liters, I will mention during the priming. So let's continue. So we will have to connect the machine with the normal saline. I will not use this one because we don't have. I will use. I'll use this one as normal saline.
Okay.
Gamitin natin yung result, Rosian.
Ganun tayo.
Oo nga, no.
Ganun tayo doon.
Ayaw ko matanggapin.
Hindi yung tatanggapin. Kasi huwag kang makinig sa inyo. You are
Pandara siya di ba?
Ate, huwag mo na kayo expect yung bibigay dyan.
Okay, no clamps. I only spike my saline, no clamps.
ano?
The machine did not tell me to clamp, so I don't clamp. Okay, no clamps. Done. Check.
Fluid.
Okay, first one now. I have to connect the F1 tap. Open and connect the F1. So F1 tap. No clamps, remember? No clamps. This one is closed. Keep this one in front. Like this. And like this and close. So close until you hear the click. Done. Next. Connect the blue return line to the F1. So okay. This one. Do it like this. Put here and then connect.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, one thing. When you open and close any connector, don't open and close like this. Open and close through the cup,
Okay.
like this.
So it will not be broken.
Because if you do like this,
It will break.
it may break from the inside. You will have blood spillage everywhere and you cannot stop.
Okay.
Okay? So always when you close
With the
and
blue.
open from the cup, like this.
Okay. Noted.
Like this. Don't squeeze it too much because it will not open. It will be very hard to open. So, was it?
Slowly but gently.
Yeah, gently.
Slowly but
Yeah.
gently.
Don't do like this.
like angry.
Believe me, you will not be able to open. It will be very hard. So, first one done. So, second. So, we will connect every scale to the F1. So, this one is annoying me, so I will put it here. Now, okay? Now the white one. So, I will use this one. Always use overback table. Always use an overback table. So connect the rubber. Don't screw this one, you may need it.
Yeah.
Sometimes with wrong manipulation, it may be broken here.
Okay.
So you may need it with the rubber. So don't screw it.
Okay.
So now slowly.
Wow.
This one.
Kung ano man sa amin.
Now slowly. Also on. Next,
Right.
we move to this side. Here. So, if you remove the paper straps, it was like this before with the paper strap. Okay, so if by accident we remove, you can don't leave it to be contaminated.
Yes.
So just take it and put it like this. Like this, it's safe. This is the last part. And no.
Clamps open.
Yeah, open clamps.
Okay.
No close. No, don't close anything. Unless the machine will tell you to close. So far we did not close any clamp. So down. Next. Open the latch. Arm down.
What's the brand of your syringe, sir? Acceptable for that.
Yung ano,
I think it's
Any lower lock?
It's B Brown. Brand B Brown.
B brown only?
B Brown.
What if we
Which
don't
one
have
can
B
be?
brown? We have Perumo.
It's Basically, you will not have a lot of problems, but it can be calibrated on your syringe. So when you have the service engineer here, just ask him to make sure that
Mas maganda yung
you don't have.
small tip.
No, that one is.
But that nice is
Yeah,
small
it's
tip,
not big
no?
wrong,
It's not big one. That's the blood
but
we have.
it's working fine.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
What if you're going to use 20 ml? It's okay. Or less than 50.
Look here, it's 50. So you have to
So
use
only
50.
50.
So this one is 60, so it's a bit taller. Sorry. So I'm not sure if it's fitting access. Let me check if. So we'll try. So how to prepare this one? You can do any concentration you want. But the too easy way to do it, even you put 1 ml, 5,000 units in 49 ml of normal saline, so we will have 100 units per ml. Or you put 10,000 units, 2 ml of heparin in 48 ml of normal saline, you will get 200 units per ml. So two easy calculations, otherwise you can do whatever you want. Okay, so now it's ready, let's say 50. So 50 prepare. Okay. So first thing, you open, you click arm down. Then you take this line, which is the heparin line. You remove the white cap, you throw. You have here the green cap. This one, do not remove it. This is one-way valve. If you remove it, you will have blood here. So don't remove this one. Keep it here and connect to the syringe. Now it's ready. Okay, so we have to put here. 60 is over. So it's working fine. So you put like this and you click arm up. It will stop by itself. Once detected, you close this one and click accept. So arm down, connect, arm up, continue. Accept. So now it's ready to prime. Now it's ready to prime. So what does it mean priming? Priming is washing the kit from the inside. Washing from the inside. This is one. Removing any industrial debris from the inside. Washing. This is one. Two. Stretch the fibers to receive the blood. So those fibers will be opened to receive the blood. Three. Prepare for wet connection. We take the blood, we give normal saline. Patient is unstable. So when you take blood, to minimize the effect, we take blood, we give normal saline. We exchange. So this will maintain part of the patient's stability. So this is why we prime. For the priming, remember always, good priming, good therapy. Bad priming, you will not even have a therapy. Okay? So priming is very important to be done in the proper way. What do I mean? I mean, if you are using here half liter of normal saline, every one cycle of priming is 1 liter. The machine doesn't know that you have here half liter, so it will not stop. Once this one is consumed, the machine is still working and sucking it. So in this case, once you are working with
500.
half liters, please never leave the machine. It's only 5 minutes. Otherwise, you will forget. Even for me, when I'm doing the trainings, a lot of times I forget and I have air coming inside. That's not good. It's not good at all. Because you can reprime, it's fine. But once you reprime, still you may have bubbles stuck here. Those bubbles will create clotting. Air plus blood, clotting. Okay? Never leave the machine. It's only 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If you have to reprime, it will take another 15 minutes to reprime and waste of normal saline and fluids. And okay? So it's only 5 minutes. I emphasize. It's very important. Good priming, good therapy. Better priming, very bad therapy. So this was related to, so clotting management starts from here. Put heparin here and make sure that the priming is okay. You see, traffic management starts from here. Also starts from here. Make sure your connections are secure. There is no air leak inside. Okay, so always make sure all your connections are secure. Regarding the CRT, do you have any questions so far?
This repriming from starting we have to do again. If we want to do the repriming.
Okay. After finish, you will have the option to reprime. So for sure, if you have a leak directly, you will stop. Sorry. So if you are using half liter, so it's almost consumed. You click pause.
The pause.
Pause. Make sure you clamp well. You clamp well. Remove. Put again new bag. Unclamp and start again.
Then
Resume. This is how you change. Okay. So if you have air coming inside, for sure, directly pause and change. After priming is done, you will have option to reprime. So you will reprime.
But sometime there will be the option for manual priming. So how
Yeah.
we will do that?
Yeah, you have manual priming, and here you have another button, other. You go inside, you have to reprime. I will show you. Okay. Any other question? No? Okay. Regarding the dose of CRT, how much fluids I should use here? Flow rate of fluids. I can put 8,000, by the way. I can put 8,000 ml per hour of dialysis, 5,000 of replacement. So how much I should use? For sure, there is a way to calculate. Okay. The dose is always related to patient weight. The dose always related to patient. By clinical study, Ronco 2002, not me, not the company, it's a clinical study, that the best dose of CRRT is 35 ml of effluent per kg of patient per hour of treatment. So it's a dose 35. It's fixed.
25 removal from effluent.
35 ml per kg per hour. 35. So the dose is always fixed and it's related to patient body weight. So if I have 35 and patient weight is 86 here, so I put 86. So I have 3,000.
Yeah.
3,010. What does it mean 3,010? The 3,010 ml of effluent per hour. Because it's 35 ml per kg per hour, so I multiplied by patient kg removed. So I still have ml per hour. So ml per hour of what? Of effluent. But why effluent? Because effluent is this one plus this one plus this one. That's why the dose is measured by effluent. How much fluids I'm using? Fluids mean the effluent because it's the sum of all those fluids. So to have a dose of 35 ml per kg per hour for a patient of 86 kg, I should have here effluent flow rate 3,000 ml per hour. That means if I put 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, it will be 3,000 here. So dose achieved, dose done. Again, if I have patient weight of 100, I multiply by, what is it?
35.
30. So I have 3,500. So I should here have
3,500.
3,500 to get a dose of 35 for a patient of 100 kg. So 3,500, I can put here 1,000, 1,500, 1,000. So the sum will be 3,500 amount.
So this is per hour? For what?
Per hour.
Per hour.
Per hour. So per hour. Per hour.
35.
The only flow per minute is the blood flow. So here per hour. Blood flow per minute. Did? Yeah. So 35 is the best dose. Why? Because this Mr. Ronco, he got in this study 3 groups of patients. First group he gave 25, second group 35, third group 45 ml per kg per hour of CRT dose. And he measured the survival rate of those patients. The difference between 25 and 35 was significant increase of patient survival. Between 35 and 45 it was only 1%. So it was not significant increase of dose. It means any extra fluids above 35 ml per kg per hour, we are losing fluids, waste of resources. It will not affect. We are cleaning blood which is already clean. The blood is already
It's
clean.
not hard.
35, you are having good clearance.
Acceptable already.
Yeah, more than 35, blood already clean. So why am I using more fluids? It's like you are washing your hands, but your hands already clean. So you are wasting sabun fluids. Yeah. Yes, sabun and water.
Sir, if my blood flow is low, is it virus or it will clot easily?
Never underestimate the importance of blood flow.
You know, that's what.
Blood flow is very important. It will minimize the clotting. Blood.
Because sometimes people is manipulating the blood flow, then
Sometimes they are scared of blood flow.
No, don't manipulate.
They always keep relating the blood flow to patient instability. This is correct for the first 15 minutes, but later on the patient will be stable. Yeah.
because
So-
we're cooling, right?
So the first time when you take this blood flow from this blood volume from the patient, it will affect stability for sure. Yeah, for unstable patient, you are taking 150 ml from the patient of blood, you're giving normal saline, it will affect the stability of the patient. But after 15 minutes, the patient will stabilize. Will be stabilized. So if you gradually increase the blood flow, that's good. Why? Because you are increasing the clearance of waste, yeah, and you are minimizing the clotting. More the blood is running, more the clotting is decreased. Yeah. So never underestimate the importance of blood flow. As long as your patient is stable, it's good to increase.
Company recommendation, blood flow rate can be.
Look, anything below 150 is a little bit low. That's low. Yeah, 100 is very low.
Always they're ordering for 150 for the blood flow.
Yeah, 150 is
It's okay.
it's okay.
This is the
200,
standard.
220, perfect.
That's,
Believe me, if the patient is already stable after half an hour or 50 minutes starting the treatment, you can increase gradually, he will tolerate. So you will have no problem. 220, 200, 220 is perfect.
The maximum is 220.
Yeah, no, above, I don't think it's stable. 220 is fine. 220 is fine. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you for your question.
Sometimes that's always the issue.
Yeah, 100 is very, very low. Very low.
They're manipulating.
You can start with it. You can start.
It depends on the blood
You can
pressure.
start with to maintain the stability of the patient. Every 2-3 minutes, you should increase a little bit until you reach the 150, 200. So the patient will be stable. Inshallah, will be stable. Yeah, but you have to increase gradually. So he will accept. He will tolerate with time. Okay. Only the 15 minutes after the start of the treatment, first 15 minutes, those are the critical minutes. Later on, he should be stable. So priming is done. Oh, sister. So here you have manual, right? You have manual. So long press here, it will run the blood pump and it will do the priming manually.
Again, it will restart.
No, if you wanna reprime, you click more option, and you have reprime here.
Okay.
So you reprime.
So we will not reprime if it is already okay. There is no air, because if there is air, it will automatically they will show their reprime.
If you forgot and you got air coming
Yeah.
inside, reprime.
Yeah.
Yeah, reprime. If all is good, but you see there is a bubble here, you just let it
You can do
sit.
it.
Only one right
Check,
more
check,
option.
check.
Because
Yeah,
we use
yeah,
the
yeah.
other
For
prisma that
repriming.
Yeah, little bit.
With the other prisma is very separate from that.
No.
Sometimes you will get your shoes and
We go. Exactly.
At the end, it's air, so it's very light. So if you do like this, it will be removed. Yeah, like this. That will be removed.
Okay.
Priming is done. You click accept. Now review the prescription. This was my prescription before. Yeah, nothing to do. Click accept. And now we arrive to the connect
Connect
patient.
to the patient.
Connect patient. So to connect the patient, for sure, we follow the instructions on the screen.
Red to red.
But to make things simple, remember that you have to clamp five clamps. 3 of those 5 are colored. Yeah, you have the red.
Red.
So hold the white line in your hand. You have red. So if you clamp the red, you have to clamp the blue. Look for the blue. This is number 2. So remember this one, when you clamp, don't clamp from here. Because you are leaving all this space for air. Don't clamp for it, clamp from here.
Here.
Clamp from here. Now it's ready. So 1, 2, red and blue, yellow. See? And for sure you have the white one.
Why?
4 and 5.
Yes.
So 4 and 5.
The other one.
Now. Okay. So I'm ready to connect the patient. So disconnect the red and connect to the patient. Connect to the patient. Red to red. Disconnect to blue. Connect to the patient. Blue to blue. Patient connect. Disconnect effluent
Yellow.
as per the instruction. Okay. And connect to the effluent plug. Now my connections are ready. Now I can click OK and start. Okay. So considering this is the catheter. Considering this is the catheter, and this is the Y line. This is the Y line I have. So what you will do? Connect blue to blue to the catheter. Connect blue to blue. And now instead of connecting directly red to red, use the Y line. Remove this one. Connect red here. And connect this one to the catheter. So what I've done here, I have this one extra connector that can I use for flashing normal saline.
Yeah, you can use normal saline.
So if you want to flash normal saline, close the red, open this one. Close the catheter and open this one.
That's the source of your.
So you, instead of taking blood from the patient, you are taking normal saline from the blood. Yeah? So this is how this one should keep. Okay. So now I have to unclamp. I clamp 5. Now I will unclamp 5. Okay. So 1, 2, the 3 color, 3 and 4. And instead of the Y line, now I have the catheter. So 4 and 5. And then since I use this Y line, I have one extra.
Y connector.
Yeah, since I use this Y connection, I have one extra. So it will be 5 plus. If you are not using, it will be 5.
Yes. There you only were using that Y connector. This one is there only. This Y connector.
Yeah, keep it. We need it. We need
flushing.
this one. Even for flushing,
If you
even
feel
for
already
circulation, I will show you
Crrt.
it. Even you need it for flushing, normal saline, or for recirculation. Okay, I will show you why. So now I'm ready. All it's unclamped. Now I'm ready. Okay. So click confirm all and start. Treatment started. Treatment started. Usually from the beginning to this point, you need around 20 minutes. It took me 1 hour because I took too much, but it needs 20 minutes. Okay? If you set up the machine, prepare all, you need 20 minutes to start the treatment. So now it's done. After starting the treatment, the blood is running from the patient going to the dialyzer. So remember, for a heparin patient, you have to give the bolus of heparin.
Attention. RRT already. Triage.
OPD triage.
Attention. RRT already. Triage.
Sitara.
Okay, so remember, for heparin patient, you have to give the bolus. The bolus is not after 5 minutes. It's not after 10 minutes. It's now. Once you start the treatment, you should give the bolus. I prefer you give the bolus of heparin before you start the treatment. Like 5 minutes before you start. You give peripheral heparin. So this first meeting between the blood and the dialyzer, heparinized. It will be very good to maximize the filter load. It's part of the clotting management as well.
Direct to the patient. You mean?
Yeah, before 5 minutes, you give bolus of heparin.
Because
It's
How
like
much?
it's 5 to 8 units per kg.
paano kasi, kasi di ba pag mag-fry ka,
And for patient of
Ganyan yung heparin.
for patient of I will share with you the protocol of heparin. And remember, for heparin, during CRRT, what do we need? We need that the APTT of the patient should be between 1.5 to 2 times the normal.
1.5
1.5 to 2 times the normal before the during CRRT.
from the baseline.
Should be maintained. Less than 1.5, you will have risk of clotting. So this one because we are not using a real catheter here or real blood, so the machine is not find no resistance, cannot sense any resistance here. So that's why I will do like mini clamp only to increase the return pressure. It's only for them, okay? Only for them to increase the return pressure. Yeah, I will share with you the protocol of heparin. Heparin APTT of the patient should be maintained between 1.5 to 2 times. So if you can achieve 1.5 to 2 times before you start the CRRT and then you start CRRT, it will be perfect. It will be perfect. So you will have very the blood coming inside. It will have very low friction between the blood and the dialyzer. It will minimize a lot the clotting risk. Okay, I will share the protocol with you.
How many days the filter?
How many days?
Yeah, before
This filter you can use it until 3 days.
72 hours.
72 hours. After 72 hours, even if it's not clotted, the machine will not accept it. Very efficient.
Very smart.
Okay? 72 hours. But to achieve 72 hours, you cannot using heparin. It's very rare to be able to achieve 72 hours. You have to go to cyclic anticoagulation. So cyclic anticoagulation, you can achieve even 10 days because it will never clot. But you have to change after 3 days.
Every 3 days you have to change.
Every 3 days you have to change the cyclic anticoagulation. Okay? So using heparin, you may achieve like 24, sometimes 2 days. If you use ST plus heparin, it will maximize. So it can achieve like 48 hours, even a bit more, a bit less. Yeah? If you are using ST filter with heparin, you will get very good.
How will you know, sir, if the filter is going to clot?
Yeah, I will.
Teach us, huh?
I will tell.
So what are the alarms we can expect during the CRRT?
Alarms?
Yes.
Yeah, you mean alarms for the clapping?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. The machine will give you alarms. Machine will give you multiple alarms. I will explain by details, so you will know when to disconnect and when you will understand everything happening during the treatment. I will explain. Okay, so this was regarding the heparin. First, part of the clotting management that you have to expect the filter life. Even before you start the treatment, you should have an expectation how long this filter will last. You can know. If you are using no heparin, for sure it will not be the same as if you are using heparin, right?
Yes.
So if you are using no heparin patient, the filter life will last between 4 to 6 hours. If you have bleeding patient, if no heparin, bleeding patient may last 8 to 12 hours. Bleeding patient. If you are using heparin, it may last around like 20 hours. Plus minus 20 hours. So before you start the treatment, you know that and if you are using no heparin, I clot after 5 hours. You cannot call me and tell me your filter is clotting. No, clotted. It cannot be clotted. It's biological to be clotted because you are not using heparin. Yeah. So you have an expectation. This is part of the clotting management as well. That you know approximately how long this filter will last. Now we know. Part of the clotting management. You have to make sure that the distribution of fluids here 1000, 1000, 1000 is correct. Yeah, you remember? I told you 1000, 1000, 1000. But who said that this is the correct split between all those scales? We should know. How we will know? We have one parameter here. If you go to history, you have here filtration fraction. You have filtration fraction. But before I forgot something. That once you start the treatment, you should gradually increase your parameters. Remember? I put low parameters for the patient. So now, after 2 minutes, my patient is stable. I can increase blood flow. So instead of 100, I put 120. I put 120. Okay? But before, I can also increase the dialysate. So I increase to the prescribed dialysate 1000. So put 1000. Confirm. After 2 minutes, patient is stable. Go to blood, increase to 140. 140. Now we can increase PVP to the prescribed PVP 1000. Confirm. 2 minutes later, patient stable. Go to blood, increase to 150 example, and now increase the replacement. Confirm. Another 2 minutes. Blood, patient stable. 160, and increase patient fluid removal like 50 ml per hour. Okay. Like this, during the first 10 minutes, I gave time to patient to adapt to the treatment, and I increased my parameters gradually. So I was talking about one important parameter to make sure that the split of fluids is correct. How do I know? Because this will affect the clotting. Remember, this one is king of clotting and king of waste removal, but king of clotting as well. So I want to make sure, is it okay to put 1000 ml per hour here? Is it okay or not? So this parameter is called filtration fraction. Go to history. We have here filtration fraction 28. Let's say here that the blood flow was here 140. Okay. Okay. Okay, I go to history, filtration fraction 33%. Okay? Yeah. So imagine this is the flow rates, you agreed, and now you have to make sure that everything is fine. You go to history, filtration fraction 33. Right, what is filtration fraction? Filtration fraction is the amount of fluids I'm squeezing from the blood. Is the amount of fluids squeezing from the blood. So more I squeeze fluids from the blood, more I squeeze the fluids from the blood, more the blood is concentrated inside the dialyzer. Squeezing is related to replacement mainly, because it's over concentrating the blood, right? So more I squeeze the blood, more the blood is concentrated. That means the percentage of squeezing is high. So filtration fraction is the percentage of squeezing. It should not increase. It should not exceed 25%. So 25% is maximum. It should be lower. 20% good. 15% excellent. Less very good. Perfect. Yeah. So the lower the better. But I need a little bit to squeeze to remove it. Okay. So remember, filtration fraction should not exceed 25. But here, based on my split 1000, 1000, 1000, filtration fraction is 33. And based on the blood flow rate, it's 33. So how I will decrease it? I can decrease the filtration fraction using two methods, or adjusting two parameters. Parameter number one, I'll wait for them because it's important.
Where you going? Can you return this? No.
They will not. They will not.
They are not ready. Okay. So how we will decrease filtration fraction? We have two parameters to decrease filtration fraction. Two parameters. Parameter number one, I decrease the squeezing by logic. Right? I decrease the squeezing. Squeezing is what? What mainly related to what? The squeezing? No. The squeezing is mainly related to what?
No,
This
one.
is the same thing. This is the squeezing. Yeah? This is the squeezing. So I will decrease the replacement. So filtration fraction is 33. So if I go to replacement, and let's say I put it to 0. I put comfort. Go to history, filtration fraction is 17. Okay, because I put this to 0. Don't put it to 0. If you want to minimize it, put like 50, 100. Very low. Very minimal amount. Okay? Why? I'll tell you why. Because if you put to 0, you have increased chance here to have foam. Foam. Because the replacement coming here is washing the chamber, washing pushing the foam downward. Yeah? If you put replacement 0, the blood will have foam inside the chamber. So put minimal amount of replacement to push the foam to the down. Okay? So put minimal replacement. So now my filtration fraction is 19, which is good. Option number 2, to decrease the filtration fraction is, instead of decreasing the squeezing, I can put more fluids in the system. So instead of decreasing the squeezing, I can put more fluids. So this is the percentage of squeezing will decrease. So in this case, if I want to do it, I can increase the blood flow. So remember, what was my filtration now? 19. If I go to blood flow and increase it to 180, example, 185. Confirm. Filtration fraction is 14. It was 19. Before now it's 14. So even I increase blood flow, even I decrease replacement. But for A4, when I decrease the replacement from 1000 to 100, what happened to my dose? Dose is 25, it's not 35 anymore. Remember, it was 35. Now it's prescribed dose 25. So how I will increase again? I will compensate the replacement with even PPP or dialysis or both together. Same amount. I decrease here 1000, increase here 500, 500, or 1000 here and 500 here and 500. Okay? So I decrease 900 from here, right? So my prescribed dose is decreased from 35 to 25. So I need to compensate those 900 ml decrease in the replacement. I will go to the example dialysis, increase 900 ml. 100 and confirm. So the dose is 35 again. So my dose is okay. My dose is okay. And replacement is with good flow to not to promote clotting. Okay? If you understood this, you will be experts with therapy because now you know what's happening when you change the flow. Deal? Right. When I can increase the blood flow, if my patient is stable, and if the catheter size allow me to take the blood flow I need. So we have limitation of blood flow increase. Patient stability, catheter size. If patient stability stops here, like 150, then I have to decrease replacement. So if my replacement was like 1000,
Need to make it.
yeah, with 1000, so filtration fraction was 29, still low. I cannot increase blood flow anymore, so I'll go to replacement and decrease to 500, for example. 500, and I will check. 500, filtration fraction 22, acceptable. So acceptable, so I see my dose is 40 because I have here too much dialysate. So I will increase dialysate to 1, example, here 500, so it should be 1500. 1500, 35 again. Okay? So the sum of those fluids should be anyway 2000. But in a way that my filtration fraction should be lower than 25. Okay?
Filtration fraction should be
Lower
Lower than 25%. To make it, to give more, how to understand filtration fraction. Imagine you have blood flow 100. And you have squeezing 10 ml. Okay? So 10 from 100 is 10%. Right? To decrease this 10%, which is the filtration fraction, even you decrease the squeezing. So instead of squeezing 10 ml, you squeeze 5 ml. So 5 from 100 will be 5%. This one decrease. Or you cannot. You don't want to decrease this 10 ml. You want to increase the blood flow. So instead of 100, you will put 200 ml. So 10 ml from 200, it will be 5%. 5% instead of 10. You see? So this percentage is a filtration fraction. Filtration, the squeezing percentage. Deal? Yeah? If you understood this, it's very good. Very good. The relation between this one, the blood flow, and the replacement, it will be perfect. You understood the dose? Perfect. You are experts now with serology. Right. Considering you want to give a bolus, administer bolus. You give 2 ml, click OK, give bolus, you are giving bolus. Everything you need is on the screen. You want to change the flow rate, you click on the flow rate and you change. You click comfort. You want to change the bag, you click on the bag and change. Okay, you click on the bag and you change. Okay. You open, clamp, change, unclamp, and it goes comfort.
Just click the bag if you want to change.
Yeah, everything is comfort. Look, you click on the bag. You know, you can change back.
Oh, okay.
So you open, look, it's flashing.
Concept.
It's flashing. So you remove, clamp, change, and clamp, close, and comfort.
I know this one.
Flow rate, you click on the flow rate and change. Everything you need is
Removing.
So, I have two other parameters that will help you also to check about the clotting of the filter. Those two parameters are the TMP and the pressure drop. TMP and pressure drop.
We're checking the TMP.
So what is TMP and what is pressure drop? TMP is transmembrane pressure. Which membrane? Membrane of the fibers. Transmembrane, it means the pressure from one side comparing with the pressure on the other side. It means the pressure between the blood compartment and the fluid compartment. The difference of pressure. This is transmembrane pressure. What does it mean? Remember, TMP, it is the squeezing force. How much you are squeezing. TMP, transmembrane pressure, the force of squeezing. More the TMP is high, it means the machine is trying to squeeze more. Okay, when the machine will try to squeeze more, because I increased the replacement too much, it means I gave a huge amount of replacement, so the machine will squeeze a lot. So if the filter size is low, the TMP will go very high. Remember, you are using M100 for a patient of 100-120 kg. It's small filter. So in this case, you have to make sure that replacement is a little bit low for this high body weight patient because it's very small dialyzer for this patient. So also, the TMP will increase in case the filter is consumed. How the filter will be consumed? It's by clotting or clogging. So clogging, it means those pores on the membrane will be obstructed by the blood component, proteins, fat, cells, any will be obstructed. Or it can be consumed by clottings inside the fibers. So even the pores will be obstructed, even the fiber from the inside will be clotted, will be obstructed from the inside. So TMP is related to the fluid flow because it's difference of pressure between the inside and the outside, related to the fluid flow. Because inside I have flow of fluid, replacement, PVP, patient fluid removal, which will come from the blood, patient blood to the outside, and it will be removed, right? So TMP is related to the fluid flow. More those fibers are clogged, obstructed, more the machine will squeeze more, so TMP will increase. So TMP will give me a reading of the clogging of the dialyzer. Clogging. How much I have obstructed pores on the dialyzer.
What is the range, sir? The range.
Okay. The range, there is no range. Okay, the range, technically it's between 10, 0 or 500 or 400. 400, technically. But there is no safe range. Let us consider that 200 is high. Okay, whether for TMP or pressure drop. 200 is high. Doesn't mean it's clotting, but it means it's high and it consumed. Okay, Yeah. So under 200, it's fine. Above 200, it's consumed. So above 200, let's be cautious that you may have clotting soon. Okay. So this was related to TMP. Pressure drop is the obstruction of fibers from the inside. So it's a difference of pressure between here, the upper of the dialyzer and the bottom of the dialyzer. Between here and here. So it's related to the clotting inside. So more you have micro clottings inside the fibers, more the machine will apply more pressure from the blood pump to push the blood to the upper of the dialyzer. More the machine is trying to push, the pressure here will increase, while the pressure here will decrease because the blood will be congested here. I have micro clottings. So difference of pressure will increase. This is pressure drop. So pressure drop will give me a reading of the clotting of those fibers from the inside. Clottings. So I have TMP horizontal, pressure drop vertical. TMP related to fluid flow, pressure drop related to the blood flow. Yeah? Both of them should not exceed, both of them, let's consider 200 is high. Above 200, it means let's be cautious that the filter may clog soon. I have to monitor, be close to the machine. Anytime it can give me a sign or alarms of clotting. So I have to be ready to return the blood to the patient and disconnect the sign. Okay? Fine, perfect. As we have clinical objectives, fluid removal, waste removal, we also have operational objectives, which are following the tips and maximize the filter life, objective number 1. Objective number 2, return the blood and disconnect the set before the set is blooded.
Yes.
So, because if we fail our operational objectives, we will not achieve our clinical objectives.
Patient will
Plus, patient will be more taban. We will have a lot of consequences. We will have a lot of consequences. If we fail, first thing, we will lose the patient blood, which is very valuable for a patient in ICU.
That's it.
Patient will go on anemia. So we will have to go and give RBC bags. RBC bags are very expensive, like 3,000 riyal per bag. Yeah. 3, we lost the kit, we lost the fluids, we lost heparin, we lost efforts, we lost time. What more? Okay? So
Maybe we
failing
lost
our
the patient.
We lost the patient also.
We will lose the patient. Patient will be congested.
Yeah,
I thought it's already stopped.
yeah. And you may lose it.
Are you one who don't stop?
Yeah, so it's very, very important as to achieve the clinical objective, very important also to achieve our operational objective. Yeah, but it's not complicated, believe me. You just follow the tips, I will share it with you on this PDF, and everything should go fine. Sometimes we don't have a choice. Sometimes the class in 5 minutes, we don't have time to read. It's fine. It happens. It's normal. It's life. Yeah, we have gain and loss. But in general, we have to follow the tips. Yeah, to make sure we extend the filter life and we disconnect before the filter is clogged. Yeah? So, what we will do, again, let's summarize our clotting management tips that I will share with you. Do good priming. Yeah? Do good priming. Prime is 12,000 units per liter of heparin. 5,000 units per 1 liter of heparin. Make sure your connectors are safe. 3. Use the right size of dialyzer and cutters. 5. If you have a heparin patient, make sure to give the bolus at the right time. Bolus of heparin at the right time. 6. Increase gradually the parameters of the treatment. This is sometimes part of the clotting management because it all helps to stretch the fibers. And increasing gradually also will help to decrease clotting risk. 7. Use good blood flow. 8. Decrease the replacement if you don't need it. Yani, if it's affecting the filtration fraction, keep filtration fraction lower than 25. 8. 9. Monitor TMP and pressure drop. Monitor TMP and pressure drop. 10. Remember, the machine will give you alarms. Alarms. That is filter is clotting, high pressure drop, high TMP excessive, pressure drop excessive, filter is clotting, a lot of alarms. High return pressure, high filter pressure, a lot of alarms are telling you that something is wrong. So if you're having those alarms and you see that TMP or pressure drop or both of them is high, It means something wrong, especially 11, filter life expectations already achieved. So you are using no heparin for no heparin patient, yeah, and now 5 hours of treatment. You know that treatment will be between 4 and 6 hours an hour. So you already know it's time. So all of those together, alarms, high TMP or partial drop or both of them, filter life expectations achieved, it's time to change.
Return the blood.
Return the blood.
Like this one is already 3 days.
No, you have to change.
You have to change. You have to stop, return the blood to the patient, and change the set and the treatment, or replace the set and start the new treatment.
And you may say, sir, it will alarm if it's 3 days already.
Yeah, that's why after 3 days, we will change.
Yeah, it will alarm also.
Yes.
After 3 days, yeah, machine will give you.
Yeah,
But I don't think
To repeat
in the near future you will arrive to 3 days. It will be
It will only stay 3 days, 2 days. 48 hours.
Again, if you are using ST with heparin, I believe you may achieve 2 days
3
easily.
days, yes.
I believe you may achieve 2 days. If you follow the tips as I told you and you use ST with heparin, I believe you may achieve 2 days easily. If you achieve 3 days, yeah, 3 days with heparin ST, you will be doing exactly the right. And the blood flow will be very good. Remember, the blood
We
flow.
use before ST. It's only 2 days.
Yeah,
Yes.
Look, there is no rule. There is no rule. What I'm saying is in general. It may be different for some parameters or variables that I don't know. Or maybe you don't know. I don't know what's happening in the patient.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? There are sometimes patients with lipidemia, they have increased the risk of clotting. Okay? But I cannot estimate. Yeah. Some variables we don't know. Okay, we don't know what's happening. But I can tell you in general, this is a lifetime of dialyzer in each case. The heparin is very important variable. The blood flow is very important variable. Okay? Never underestimate the blood flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time I received a call from Jumum in Mecca regarding they were doing good session. Everything is fine. He told me I decreased the replacement to the minimum, and why is clotting after 6 hours? I repeated the session 2 times and still clotting after 6 hours. And we are using heparin. I didn't say something wrong. I don't know. So I start to ask questions, ask blood flow. Blood flow 100. Only 100? Yeah, only 100. There's not increase. No, I'm afraid the patient will be unstable. Even with heparin, covered after 6 hours. No. Increase. I told you, increase to 180 and it will last for 20 hours. He increased to 190 and it lasts for 20 hours.
So
Exactly
it means
20
blood
hours.
flow.
Okay. So never underestimate.
The other day it was clot now because of blood flow. Because even there is heparin.
Look, blood flow, if you increase it gradually, it will not affect the patient.
Slowly.
Because it will affect the patient only during the first 15 minutes because we are taking the blood.
That's why.
But once you take the blood
100
and the
only.
patient stabilizes
That's why
gradually,
clot.
خلاص done.
100.
Every time 100.
Kaya that's why it's clot.
Low blood flow will cause a clot. Even if it's
Yeah, I know because when I went it was 100 only, no? Blood flow.
Yes.
We'll
The
prepare
doctors
many.
here also to give back like very low blood flow.
Because they're the ones
Basi pa.
Okay, so I wasn't planning to see the doctors. I don't know if I
Send more
can
group.
if they are
At least we know already. No?
if they are available now, I can meet with them to discuss. They have time for me. If not, it's good for you to challenge because you are the operator of this machine, right? You are the main operator of this machine.
Yeah.
So it's good sometimes to challenge. Tell them no, blood flow should be higher, but he will be afraid from the imbalance, from patient stability. So tell him that we will increase gradually. Yeah, tell the doctor, challenge the doctor to increase gradually the blood flow. Start with 100, after 2 minutes 120, 130, 140, or until we achieve 180. At least use 150. By the way, more the filter is bigger, you need more blood flow. Remember. So 150 here, it's not the same as 150 on 150 dialyzer. M150. Yeah, one is that 150 of blood flow. It's not the same in M100 versus M150.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't
There it's less speed. Less speed because the filter is bigger. Here it's 150 considered good. In M150, 150 ml per hour per minute. It's not should be higher.
Should be higher.
180, 200.
You can use 200.
Yeah. Good.
Returning the blood.
Returning.
Okay.
Ayun na, may sub. Sorry na.
Recirculation if you're going to procedure.
Oh, you're going to.
But if you want to return,
You will stop it for.
you will just hook to saline.
You
Recirculation.
Hook to the red one.
Just 1 second. I'm looking for one parameter. I'm not able to find the patient. Okay. Okay. Just tell your friends who attended yesterday how to change the patient weight and patient parameter. Because after 24 hours of treatment, patient weight changed. You remove 2 liters. Hematocrit improved. Not 30 anymore. It's 39. Okay, so go to CPV-HDF, patient, and you change. Okay, so if we change this one, we'll give you a correct reading of the filtration fraction because filtration fraction may be related to the hematocrit. Okay, so remember this one. CPV-HDF, patient,
We can change the hematocrit.
and correct.
Hematocrit because every day we are going to change the
It
hematocrit.
varies.
Okay.
Okay, noted.
What else?
Sir, we can, like, the 24 hours
I just want to
finish,
touch the history.
we can put back to 0 again.
Which one?
Like, if we start
So we
now
are going to
12 noon, and then at 1 a.m. it's another day. We can put back to 0.
Which
Or
one?
6 o'clock in the morning.
What do you want to put to 0?
Regarding the removal.
Patient fluid removal. History.
Yes. At 6 a.m. we can put back to 0.
PFR, patient fluid removal. Okay, so we have all the readings here for the last 1 hour, last 12 hours, last 24 hours, and total.
Since you hook the
And you will have
CRT.
every 1 hour, I think, every 20 minutes, you will have a reading. Or every time you change the
So
parameter.
history PFR.
PFR.
PFR, patient fluid removal. The history of all the dose, all the dose you have.
Close again. History.
PFR.
Okay.
Okay, temperature. So for the temperature here, you will have here also one parameter to change the temperature. Here you will have blood warmer. You can change the temperature.
No, now we don't have.
Yeah,
What
now
is
we can.
the right temperature for that?
37, 36.
37.
36. By the way, you can also regulate the temperature of the patient. So if the patient has fever, you can lower the temperature of the patient from here. During surgery.
Okay.
Yeah? If the patient is on hypothermia, you can increase the patient temperature from here as well. Okay, it's very effective this one. Very effective.
Yeah, before that one, the line one, we will insert.
Khalas, now it's a new generation. Yeah? It's a new page.
This heparin is 24 hours only. Or we can take
Yeah, you can change. You click on the syringe.
We can
here,
change for 24
and
hours.
you follow the instruction, you change.
24 hours. Ate, umupo ka daw, sabi ni Sid. Madam Sid.
Anyway, we will send this one in the group.
Dito kaya ka? 2 hours?
3 hours?
Okay.
One by one.
Cannot be.
Na-remove na.
It's too much. 2 hours already.
One by one will start.
That's why nga, dapat mo.
Yeah, flashes.
Every hour, how much?
Okay, so during the access
No one will bother to watch.
you read the return from here.
Watch movie.
TMP and pressure look from here. Yeah. Filter pressure, account pressure, what do you have? FF, history.
Nagbawas siya.
Then
Maski na.
return.
Return.
Di ba?
This one, 48. This one, we
Tama
will
siya.
try.
Yeah, this one.
May ano percent. Kaya pag mas to mas kayo,
Lesser.
PFR, patient fluid removal.
Bakit yung nagmas na siya? Sino nagsabi?
so sabi niya, di ba sabi niya, ayan, yan yung bola mas.
Sorry.
Per hour.
Ano sabi niya?
Per hour is this one. This one.
Turuan niya ako mag-circulate.
50 per hour.
Circulate.
Wait na lang.
Filter is this one. Filter. Ashik what?
Yes.
Patient fluid removal. Ashik is from history, PFR. Ashik is 23. Total.
23.
23.
23 for
Effluent is
Total.
1 hour.
Effluent what? Fluid? Effluent fluid is
this one.
no. Sorry. Effluent fluid.
This one.
History.
No, this is a dose. It means
History.
effluent flow. You can dose. Sorry. Maybe effluent flow. Effluent flow. 3050.
This is the ml per hour.
Yeah, ml per hour. ml per hour.
Therapy dose is total.
Here I go.
Saya sasi.
Done? All good?
Thank you.
Not yet finished, huh? Not yet finished. Okay. You remember I told you about we have access problems.
Yes.
Okay, how to fix?
Fix.
How to fix access?
Insert new one.
But if your patient is connected to the machine, what you will do? So,
You will check
your nightmare alarms. Your nightmare two.
Yes.
The
You
first
will
one.
check if there's pin.
The first one is a bunch of clapping alarms.
Yes.
Filter is clapping. I told you how to manage. Okay. And the other one is access problem. So we have access problem. Okay. Can I borrow your pen, please? Okay. So this is the catheter. This is the catheter. This is the blood vessel, and you insert the catheter inside the blood vessel.
Yes.
Okay. And you have this alarm.
Nito, sit down nito.
You will see this alarm. You have this alarm. Axis extremely negative.
Yeah.
What does it mean? Always. Perfect. So what does it mean? The machine is trying to take the blood, but it's not able to take the blood.
There's no blood.
That's not good.
So you will check the.
So
Side of this thing.
usually the axis is negative.
Yeah.
It should be negative because the machine is cutting the blood. So usually it's axis, but if it's extremely negative, it means the machine is applying too much force to take the blood, but it's not able to take the blood. So what is the issue? Even I forgot to clamp, so maybe the axis clamp is closed or kinked.
Okay.
Or I have capital issue like cut it from the inside, so we use thrombolytics to open. Okay? Or the axis is against the wall of the vessel, so it's obstructed.
Oh, okay.
So what you will do, you try to reposition.
Manipulate.
try to position.
Sometimes it's not.
Sometimes the position.
Obese patient.
So sometimes it's not working. You reposition, it's not working. You call the doctor, oh, I cannot connect it, it's still having alarm, it will be a mess. It will be a mess, right? So what you will do in this case, some of you what you will do, you will replace access and return.
Oh yeah. The blue will be on the red, the red will be on the
Yeah, so
blue.
you disconnect, you click on stop, you will clamp access and return and change. Exchange.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
No.
We're doing like that sometimes.
Exactly. Because this will solve the alarm, but it will create another problem, which is decreasing the efficiency of the treatment. Why? Because when you change to access and return, if this is the catheter, initially, this is the access from here, this is the opening of the access here, and this is the return. So we are taking the blood from here, go do dialysis, and return like this. Okay? We take the blood from here, from this opening, do dialysis, and go back from here, like this. So if we switch between access and return, this will be return, and this will be access. So we will be taking the blood from here, dialysis, and return the blood from here. So what we'll do, if we return the blood from here, it will be taken again from the access.
Yeah, return it back.
So we will be cleaning the blood which is already clean.
Clean.
So in terms of waste removal, nothing.
Not
In
good.
terms of fluid removal, it's fine. If your objective is to remove fluids from patient blood, it's fine. If your objective is to remove waste from patient blood, it's not good. Okay? So starting CRRT with reverse access and return.
So we will not get.
Only if your objective is to remove.
No, if you do it removal, you can do.
So what you will do, if you have this issue,
Waste removal.
if you have this issue, what you will do? We click on stop, you click on recirculate block. Don't go for the saline recirculation, because if you go for saline recirculation, you want to reconnect the patient, you have to prime again, and it takes time, and there is a high risk of error. Yesterday I've done it, and we got problems. Okay, so don't go to saline recirculation, go blood recirculation. So blood recirculation, I will follow the instructions of the machine. Thank you. Follow the instructions. The machine is telling me to remember this file line. Remember this file line?
Yes.
Now I need it. Okay. Remember the spikes that I told you was not sealed? Put it in sterile cup. The sterile cup.
Okay.
And close it. Don't throw it. So we use this one. So we will disconnect. We will clamp access and return. Clamp access and clamp return. And follow the instructions. You have to hang 100 ml of non-saline. 100 ml of non-saline. Remember, pump is stopped. So clapping is hand filling. Okay? So you have to be fast. Hang 100 ml of non-saline. You have to disconnect access and return. Connect it to the connect access and return to the Y line. Take the Y line and connect to 100 ml of non-saline using
100 ml is enough.
only 100 ml.
Okay.
Connect 100 ml of non-saline. Considering down here, this is non-saline. Connect 100 ml of non-saline. Okay.
Open.
Now you have to unclamp, and unclamp. Okay. So now you click next, confirm, and start. Your patient is free. And now the machine is running the blood here with 100 ml of non-saline. Yeah? Running with 100 ml of non-saline. Battery here is not to increase the blood flow, to minimize the clotting. It can also give a bolus of heparin to anyone, only take 1 ml. So now your blood is running for 1 hour, 60 minutes. 1 hour. After 1 hour, you cannot connect the patient again. So you can connect the patient anytime before 1 hour is complete. Anytime you can connect after like 59 minutes, but after you will not be. So now your patient is free. You want to fix the catheter, you have 1 hour, more than enough. You want to take the patient for radiology, CT scan, any other procedure, is free for 1 hour. Yeah, I saw a patient for 1 day. I think he has a very high opportunity taken for any other procedure. So if he connected to CRRT, you cannot disconnect, he's blocked. So good like this, that you have the flexibility to disconnect the patient and do whatever you want during for 1 hour. After 1 hour is achieved, so click stop, reconnect patient. Or before 1 hour is achieved. So here's the summary of the prescription. Next. So follow the instructions. Clamp access and return, disconnect access and return, connect to the catheter, red to red, blue to blue. Next, and confirm and start. Your patient is connected again. Very easy. Very easy step. Disconnect access and return, connect 100 ml of non-saline. Yeah? Connect 100 ml of non-saline. But by the way, once you take the Y line, keep the patient running with the machine. Prime the Y line with the non-saline and prepare. Then click the circulation, disconnect access and return, connect non-saline. The Y line. And start the circulation to avoid the pump to be stopped all the time.
Yeah. High risk for.
So prepare the non-saline with the Y line. With the Y line, prepare. Make sure that the Y line is washed, prime, and now click recirculation, disconnect access to the connect to normal saline, Y line. And so like this, you will not be frustrated anymore. Neither for the access problems, neither for the cutting problems, because now you are able to manage. For the CRRTA, never push to the maximum. never push to have 1 extra hour of treatment. And after 20 hours of CRRT, why you are trying to get 1 extra hour? Because filter already consumed. Waste removal is the minimum. Already consumed, cluttered. So waste removal is minimum. For fluid removal, it's the same because we are removing very low amount of fluids, like 100 ml per hour. So pushing for a half hour extra or 1 hour extra is clinically not significant.
Nothing.
You are only taking more risk to lose the patient blood. So in CRRT, don't push to the maximum to have 1 hour or half an hour. Don't take the risk because it will.
Once it will go to
Okay, so that was regarding the circulation. What else? So we've covered a lot. We've covered the okay, complications of CRRT. Complications of CRRT.
Can I do that?
Okay.